what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Superpower Review. I'm your hostess with the mostest, and today we got a quick little review for you. I've been picking up these really nice comic book cases, and I wanted to do a quick review for you guys and show you these really nice BCW current comic book cases. Look at that. Oh, so nice, right? So, you know, we like, as our comic book collectors, we like to keep our comics nice, or at least I like to keep my stuff nice. I like to protect my things. I like to keep my things in nice condition. So I've been picking up a lot of these, and they are definitely nice. Okay, so this is what the box looks like. You can totally find these at your local comic book store. If you plan on buying these in bulk, okay, it's probably better if you buy them on the website. It's a lot cheaper to buy them on the website. So it's BCW. They're really nice, okay? And you're probably thinking, well, Kevin, why would I want to get a case like this when, you know, I could bring my things to stay protected by CGC? Well, I'm going to tell you people, okay? You know how I feel about graded comics. I own a couple, but I'm not huge into graded comics. It's a lot of money, and you know, these are under $10, okay? They're really nice. So let me show you some samples here. I'm going to show you some of my comic books that are in these cases, and I'm going to show you how to put a comic book in it. It's rocket science. It's really hard. It's really not. Okay, so let's get into it, okay? So here's one of my comics that I absolutely love, okay? And this is that BCW case, okay? These are really nice. Look how nice that looks, okay? It really has a good showcase. It showcases the comic really nice. It's staying protected, okay? Look, you can't get in there. So it's got a nice crystal clear front, okay? Got a nice black border to it. It's really nice, and you know what? It also has a V-hook on the end of it. I don't know if you can really see that. It's kind of hard. Yeah, there you go. You can see it like that. It's got a V-hook on it, so you can also display these things on the walls. Hey, do CGC graded comics do that? No. Okay, so this is another great thing about it, okay? You can place these on the wall, and they stay nice and protected, okay? So I've had these in here for about 4 months when I've discovered these cases. Really love them. They're not bad. They're under $10. I bought at least 8 of these things because they're just so they're really nice. I can't complain about them. A lot of people say they're cheap plastic, but you know what? As long as it's doing the job, which is protecting my comic, I'm a happy camper. So these are the standard size comic, okay, current size comic. Here's another one that I have in one of these cases. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Secret Wars #8, signed by Mike Zeck and also sketched by Mike Zeck. You like that little Venom. I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you what signatures are on this one. I don't have to tell you, right? Because you obviously know that that's Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane, right? On a Spider-Man #1 Torment. But these cases, man, they're really nice. And another great thing is you can also buy these with UV protection on them. Say if you are displaying these in a room and that room particularly gets a lot of sunlight, it's got a lot of windows, you can buy these UV protected. They're a little bit more money, but not that much more money. And you know what? Your comic will not fade from having them displayed. Isn't that nice? Those are really cool. So you can get these in the current size. They also have them in Silver Age size. The comic book's just a smidge bit bigger. And they also have other really nice stuff besides these comic book cases. You know, they have all sorts of crazy accessories for your comic books. So let's take this one out of the case, okay? Here's that box one more time in case if you want to look for it. Again, you can find this at your local comic book store or online. So let's open this thing up, shall we? So it comes in a nice plastic, okay? And I showed it to you guys here, but when I like to keep my things nice, okay? I like to keep the thing that's protecting my comic also protected. So don't throw away this little plastic baggie. I also keep these, okay? And you know, I don't put these hanging up because I have trust issues. If these were to fall and if they were to break and damage my comic, then I'm not going to be a happy camper. But I have tested it to make sure it works, and yes, it does work. But these stay in a box. If you own a BCW magazine box, these fit in there perfectly. So that's nice, okay? So this is what it looks like without the comic in it. Again, nice V-hook, crystal clear, plastic, and a nice black finish. And now we're going to put a comic book in here, okay? And so I recently made a purchase. And if you guys follow on me, you guys all hate me because I bought yet another Spider-Man 300. This is my last one, I swear. I promise this is my last one. So every Spider-Man 300 I own goes in one of these cases because I trust it to protect my comic. These are, you know, an expensive comic, so I usually generally put any comic that is over $100 in one of these cases so it stays nice and protected. If you want to put one of your favorite comic book covers in there and you know the comic costs $2 and you want to display it, go for it, you know what I mean? So if you're one of those people who are going to be swapping out comics, make sure it doesn't cost, you know, that comic is not an expensive comic. If you're going to be swapping out $2 comics, then go for it. But once I put this thing in there, it's staying in there, okay? But that's also the nice thing about it, okay? Once I put it in there, if I choose to, I can take it out and touch that raw book. That's another thing you can't do with a CGC graded book, right? Am I right, folks? Right? Yes, okay. All right, so let's do it. First off, okay, the case underneath has this little flippy here, okay? So this is the bottom part, okay? We're going to just lift that up, and it comes off just like that. See that? Now, this one's got some marks on it, okay? And I don't know if it's from the packaging, but if I wanted to, before I put the comic book in it, I could clean this real quick. I would take some Windex, okay? Not spray the protector itself. I would actually spray the paper towel first and spray it on here, so I'm not worried about getting liquids on the protector and then ruining my comic possibly later, okay? So we got that, okay? So let's take our comic book out, and we're going to do this ever so slightly, so gently, so I don't ruin my comic book, okay? Boom. And boom. All right. Let's take it out of the package here. If I can get it. There we go. All right. Boom. So we got it out. And then we're going to be so careful. And we're just going to lay it in there. Okay. So this is the bottom. I want to flip that over. And there she goes. Nice. Nice. She's in there, boys. Okay. A lot of people complain, okay, one of people's big problems with this is that there is the smallest space in there. It's got some recess room. People think this is bad. People, if you're not moving these things around, nothing's going to happen to your comic, okay? So, let's put the top on, okay? This is so hard, right? I should type out instructions for you guys, right? Okay, so the top plastic case, okay, by knowing if it's the top or not, it's got these two little square pieces right here, okay? And then again, you know it's the bottom because it's got that little flip here, okay? So we're easily just going to come here, slide that in, and we're going to hear a nice snap, and there you are. Now my comic is nice and protected, okay? Nothing's going to damage it, okay? It's going to be staying in pristine condition, okay? I can hit it, okay? I wouldn't take, hard force to it because, yeah, it is going to break. It's not crazy durable. It's just durable enough to keep your comic book safe and staying protected. So I really love these things. They're a great price, okay? I can do things with them that I can't do with regular graded comics, and they really overall look nice too. Can you buy a frame for your comic books? Yeah, you can, but you know what? You have to, that's big bucks unless you really want to pay that much money. And plus, that means someone else is handling your comic book. And again, I don't want other people handling my comic book. If it's me handling it and if I do something bad to my comic, then that's another story. But if someone else damages my comic, you know I'm going to be really, really angry. Okay? So that's it. That's really it. It's really plain and simple. Okay, it's a basic design, but it does the job. Okay, look at it. Bam, looks beautiful. I can slap this thing on the wall if I wanted to, and this thing's going to stay nice and protected. And again, if you are hanging these up in a wall, and if the room is heavily lit with sunlight, you can also buy these UV protected, that's really cool, right? I mean, you would do anything to protect your comics, wouldn't you? I know I would. So really nice cases. Check them out. I bought maybe 8 to 10 of these. No, actually more, but maybe a dozen. Okay. So really nice BCW comic book cases. Check them out. You can go on their website. BCW Supplies. They got really cool stuff there as well, and check them out. That's going to do it for today. I hope you really like this video. I know it's a short one, right? I really hope you like this video. If you really liked it, hit that like button. And if you really want to see more stuff like this, subscribe to the channel, okay? That is it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you real soon.